I had recently challenged myself to paint 10 mini canvases in 10 days, but almost immediately I realized something. Painting isn't really about racing against time, it's about slowing down and enjoying the process. When creativity is treated like a deadline, something important gets lost. The joy, the curiosity, the little surprises that happen on the canvas. For me, painting has always been something deeper, finding a moment of happiness and connecting with my inner self. So I decided to let go of the challenge. Instead of forcing a theme or a schedule, I simply allowed myself to paint in the flow. Some days it was a fruit, some days it was coffee, some days it was just colors and shapes that fell right in that moment. No pressure, no rules. Just practice, exploration, and a little bit of joy in each tiny canvas. And slowly, these mini paintings started coming together. Until one day I realized they were ready to become their own little gallery right there on my table. Now, let me take you through the paintings. This was one of the first mini paintings I created in this series. I wasn't really thinking of a specific place or reference. What drew me was simply the vibrant contrast of colors. The turquoise sky, the bright yellow land, and the bold black silhouettes. I imagined it as a quiet desert night with the moon glowing softly above the mountains and the cacti standing still in the silence. This mini painting was inspired by one of my favorite little rituals, a cup of coffee. I loved how the red cup contrasted with the turquoise background, making the colors feel bold and lively. Even on this tiny canvas, it reminds me of those quiet coffee moments during the day. This painting was inspired by something bright and refreshing, a slice of orange. I was really drawn to these fresh, vibrant colors. The orange slice instantly bring a feeling of energy and warmth. To make it more playful, I added these blue and green stripes in the middle just to create a fun contrast and keep the composition lively. It's a simple subject, but it brought a lot of joy while painting. This mini painting was an experiment with shades of pink. As I painted, the shapes slowly started looking like abstract flowers, with the yellow centers adding little burst of warmth. It's simple, playful, and was finished very quickly. This painting followed no rules and just was therapeutic on a busy day. In the next set of paintings, I decided to challenge myself a bit. It's far from perfect, but I tried. These two mini paintings were inspired by small rituals of self expression that many women enjoy. The first one captures a simple yet powerful moment, applying lipstick. Something so ordinary, yet it carries a feeling of confidence, identity, and sometimes even a little boldness. The second painting shows a hand holding a bottle of red nail polish. For me, it represents those quiet moments when we take a little time for ourselves, adding color, care, and personality to our everyday lives. With Women's Day around the corner, these paintings felt like a small tribute to confidence, self expression, and the many little ways women celebrate themselves. This painting was inspired by new beginnings. The sun rising with its warm orange and yellow rays felt like hope and new beginnings. And the waves, they bring in a sense of movement, like life is constantly flowing forward. I love playing with the bold contrasting colors, the deep blues of the ocean against the warmth of the sunrise. It's a simple scene, but for me, it represents that quiet reminder every day is a chance to begin again. This was a really relaxing painting for me. I kept it simple, just playing with these deep blue shapes and soft yellow centers. There was no plan, no pressure. just letting the brush move freely. It turned into these abstract floral forms, but more than anything, it was about enjoying a calm, quiet moment while painting. This one was clearly inspired by my love for desserts. I mean, if I can't always eat a cupcake, I can at least paint one, right? I had so much fun with this, especially the frosting, trying to make it look as fluffy and tempting as possible. And that little strawberry on top. That's my way of saying, let's make it extra tempting. Honestly, this painting made me crave a real cupcake by the end of it. This one didn't turn out exactly the way I had imagined. There are imperfections in the lines, the shading, and even the proportions. But somewhere along the way, I realized it's not about getting it perfect. With this painting, I learned to pause, adjust, and keep going. And sometimes those imperfections are what makes the piece feel more real and more personal. For now, this is my tiny gallery, and I think I will sit back and enjoy it for a while. They will play a very important role in decorating my favorite corners. And somewhere along the way, these tiny canvases became more than just paintings. They became little moments of slowing down, experimenting, learning, and sometimes just letting go. Not every piece turned out perfect, but each one taught me something. And maybe that's what art really is, not just creating something beautiful, but finding a little bit of yourself in the process. Thank you.